I can't find it. And we also have a match to go to. PS2 as the stage of choice. One of those characters that definitely benefits from it with Steve. And already trying to fish for the grab. Give me that win condition. But as you're kind of keeping on forward, trying to keep that air control on Ike's as well as a terrifying little Steve holding up that upwards and A button, trying to get up tilt combo started. But both of them kind of boxing out right now and seeing who will get the combo started first. And it's going to be Steve. Ouch.
Yeah, finally finding the opening hit. There was a lot of a good neutral being played there, shall we say. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this matchup starts working once Ike gets off stage. Because I imagine you can just build a wall, drop an anvil, and Ike can't really do anything about that.
And it's looking a little bit on the rough stuff for now, and finally getting the down throw into the nice little 1-2. A small little combo to try to make a small little comeback happen, but we kind of have to deal with in a lot of these frame datas. At least you have the sword on Ike's end, but ooh, that's going to be a heavy amount of damage. Uses the side beat to only get on there, but a little defensive wall. And Ike's slow speed definitely not helping in this matchup.
Yeah, that also, just real quick, what happened with the minecart there, which is one of the dumbest things that I think minecart can do. If Steve is in it and jumps out at the right time, you can get the hitbox of minecart hitting you, which locks you into shield for the command grab. There's nothing you can do to dodge it. It's crazy.
Mickey Mouse game.
It's a clown character. We've got an Acme order that shipped to the game, and we named it Steve.
Oh yeah, but doesn't get the right hits, but great follow through, landing on top of that platform, trying to get the up air to get it started. But it's real scary because, yeah, able to execute it out on there, trying to get rid of the crafting table, but not fast enough. And I love that little bait, saying like, am I gonna build diamonds? Can you be able to run in to stop me? But we'll be able to secure those tools in time, and now it's a huge threat to work with, especially when you know that the Steve player can land those combos.
Yeah, 100%. And something that, while we have a little bit of downtime here, that I want to point out as well, Steve's resource bar is slowly becoming nothing but stone. And that is something that happens here on PS2. You're going to get the stone and iron a lot, obviously. But something that might come up as a counter pick, for example, is Ike is actually really good at breaking through the lesser blocks, the wood and dirt. So if it comes down to a stage where MNI gets the chance to counter pick, probably going to want to go for something that doesn't have a iron or stone terrain to work off of, so that way you can actually break through some of Steve's defenses a little easier.
There's a reason why people say try not to take Steve to PS2 because of those like resources happening, and it can provide a lot of trouble. And also considering the fact that Ike's like out of shield game, like trying to do Nair out of shield, rising Nair, it's just like not as good of an option that other characters will be able to have, and especially when you're stuck on the defense for this long, it's looking a little rough. But at the same time, you're making up for a lot of percent, but trying to make it something a little happen, getting stuck on there. Is it going to be a back air? Yes, it will, and it cashes out.
Yeah, really hard to get out of situations like that. Char doesn't have the pickaxe anymore. This is a good opening for MNI, and is probably not going to look to craft a diamond at this point. The eruption, a little bit of a rare kill to see nowadays, but still a good option that Ikes can use. Is going to secure the stock, but 43% for the troubles. Do not interrupt to Steve when they're trying to craft diamond.
Yeah, it could hurt, but at the same time, you got to stop it from happening. Only 3 little bars of that, and yeah, up B. Get that armor out on there, get that Steve off you. Great little bait, like saying, am I going to craft it on there? But now we'll be able to, for sure, safely get those tools, and as well as fighting back with that percent. Let's see what can be done. Continuing on forward with the momentum, but I think that jump may have cost a little bit of a 1-2 combo position as MNI trying to continue on forward, barely gets away with it, and whew, looked a little scary, but escaped that situation. But once again, 134, you're one sneeze away from dying, especially if it's Steve.
Yeah, the diamond and everything. You're going to start seeing the forward smashes rip. The dash attack even. Not the most traditional kill option you see from Steve's players, but that is something that will do you in perfectly right there.
Yeah. I mean, what was also rough there too is like there was like 3 different options that were kind of showing out of the minecart, because all 3 stocks were taken by it. Like the first one was just the up smash out, the second one was just the bear that just kind of covers popping out, and the third one's like if you're not gonna mash as a mix-up, I can just dash attack you as the kill, and kind of displays all 3 options in the record decisions that can be held. And this is going to be the counter pick, Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, not what I was talking about. This has the same problem as Kalos, where you're working with more stone and iron. And I can't see the line of logic here, honestly, for Ike wanting to go to the stage against a Steve specifically. And that doesn't help your conversation either.
Like, that's the best part about casting. Like, you see the block, you see the grab, you're like, all right, I know what's gonna happen, but I'm not sure if they're ready for it.
Yeah. Are you ready for the unmixable mix?
The tech check. But, oh goodness, and speaking of that one, you just got hit up to 53%. And Steve is continuing to mine out all those resources, gets the Nair out, and this advantage state just continues to be like a spiraling whirl of death as MNI is trying to find some way to stop it, but it's looking real rough.
Yeah, able to get back to stage, but rocking 92%. Can we use the tech block for ourselves? Yes, we can. Not quite to the same proficiency as Steve can, and the anvil getting right back on ledge. Char is in a pretty good position at the moment.
Yeah, but gets cooked up in that one. At the same time, just safely crafting out those stone tools and trying to continue once again. SDF for your life only catches up for a little bit more, but an up yet a shield. Good amount of percent trying to make this comeback happen, and MNI gotta find some way to do it, but Char doing so well in the combo game. Doesn't get the most out of that sequence. But MNI, that's like the first like down throw, like succession we've seen in a while, just how much like of a struggle it is for, you know, Ike to kind of get these combos in.
Yeah, he's able to sort of get in here and there and get some good hits, but it's definitely a Steve's game in this kind of instance, right? There's not a whole lot you can really do to sort of break things up. Even the forward air, if you're not getting ahead of it, you're not going to be able to break the minecart. But hey, there's an old classic, killing with the up air there. Now we're looking at something.
And even got to push off to avoid the iron, but ooh, that one wasn't fast enough instead, so we'll have to see what MNI can do. Trying to go for a raw grab, but Char could go ahead and just kind of roll away. Now this time, building up for the diamonds, a quick little nair out of that pressure. Avoiding out all these options, that was awfully close. We'll see what can be done. MNI, that's kind of the hard part, right? You need to play it safe, but at the same time, you need to chase down this character that's willing to run away from you and continue to get resources that could potentially make it way more dangerous to play with.
Right, it's a really hard game to balance. You have to chase this character down because
Ouch.
if you don't, they will get stronger. But at the same time, you can't afford to make mistakes. And so having to play at their pace while also setting your own is a really difficult thing to do. But MNI is striking a decent balance at the moment. Taking hits, yes, but not lethal ones.
But everything's going to be lethal now as diamonds are out. Even rewriting the minecart that bear. Real well done. And reads the DI in. Char's actually been doing that quite a lot, which has gotten killed in the last stock. We'll see. We'll continue on forward. A little bit of scary situation, actually. MNI with like maybe like a falling nair into a bear. Potentially could take it as this is a danger zone. There's a lot of percent and a lot of rage and a dash attack out of nowhere. And the pop off. Mid-set. I don't blame you, MNI. Like, yeah, one moment, please.
Yeah, I saw Char jump just about as much as MNI did. Not expecting that at all.
It was a jump scare, right? But also, I kind of talked about it earlier, right? The DI in, getting Char killed last time. Last time it was due to like a hard DI in, and that one I think was just kind of caught off guard. And surprise, surprise, a rage-filled Ike putting all of that anger into that double-handed swing. So we'll have to see what can be done as Small Battlefield is the stage picked out.
So it's interesting because I thought Hollow Bastion wasn't going to work because of the resources, and this is the first game we're getting that doesn't have stone or iron as the basis that you're mining out of. So I'm curious to see where this goes, because this might be the one that MNI has an easier time breaking through those defenses, getting more damage done, getting the process going a lot better for MNI here.
Ooh. Man, taking a breather.
Yeah, bro really popped off.
Char's just like,
bro, you good?
Char's just like, come on.
Yeah, you need to take a moment to sort of, you know, get yourself back in the game, but at the same time, you don't want to ice out your opponent as well. You gotta balance the scales a little there.
It's like Proto versus Light all over again.
Yeah. Well, Proto had conditions. Let's not be rude to Proto. But yeah, that was a long wait time. And Light is a very momentum-based personality.
Let's see what can be done. MNI coming back in. A little bit of a I mean, honestly, that's a confidence booster. We'll have to work wonders on here. Char was looking so good until it wasn't, but the game number 3 situation. We'll have to see what can be done and gets a grab immediately, but excellent DI to get themselves out of the situation as well as the side B. Continuing on forward. MNI avoided all in there, but Char, he's doing an amazing job so far. We'll have to see what can be done as both exchanging out in there. And MNI, a burst of confidence. You're seeing the aggression actually go on there, but the aggression does get punished. You got to be careful.
Yeah, this is the climax of the battle of Old Guard versus New Blood. You're seeing a lot more momentum coming through from MNI. Able to kind of confidently call things out and get the timings better that weren't quite there last game. Sometimes that's all you need. A little rush of blood, a little bit of momentum and adrenaline, and boom, you're back in a game that you were supposed to be out of.
And as well as a dash attack this time, the kill sparks show, but the stock count stays the same. Let's continue on forward. Once again with the chase down the side B, the minecart, old tried and true as responding with your own side B to make it on back. This is what you were worried about earlier, but barely makes it back.
I don't know if you could go one more block out there, Steve, but if you can, I think that might have been enough to get MNI sent to the bottom blast zone, but not quite enough. The back throw not going to do anything there, too. Maximum rage on the Ike, but a forward smash sword going to find you right through the wall. And a dash attack trying to return the favor, but no more rage behind it. Will not find a kill with it.
Another one. Time. Yeah, but this time it's staled out there as Char go ahead. Not want to rebuild the tools. Wants to have the secure dive in for the next stock. And I don't blame you for going for that kind of decision as he's doing a fantastic job. Staying alive. Gets it on there, but see, no pickaxe. Has to go for the Mickey Mouse combo instead. As you continue on forward. Great amount of stuff. Rage. Getting a little bit there, using the hands to try to get the job done, but not going to die just yet. This is kind of talked about earlier with I can't get it down there, but surely the 4th dash attack will do it. Push off, yep, great counterplay.
Yeah, MNI back from this new stock, finding more vengeance. Already, the percents are within 10% and actually going to swing the lead. There is a new beast on the battlefield. MNI is trying to do so much. And
oh, no.
Char trying to do some stall technique, trying to work things out, but messing it up, and is going to end up SDing. That is a huge opening for MNI. This is a momentum game, man, and all of it has gone in favor of the Ike.
Yeah, that's actually disastrous that it happened. But has the diamond tools to at least do something with it. Try to get a swing, but MNI... all you're looking at this time, just play it back. Try to get all this percent down and make Char kind of get flustered in the situation that he's currently in. But so far, with the exchanging blow for blow, doesn't land down there, but that's a checkmate situation. It's either a snap shield or a snapped body, and it's going to be MNI getting dealt so much. But holy, that could have been huge, but unable to continue on forward. Whoa, I think it edge canceled. So was able to act, caught the jump as well, revealing those diamond tools. MNI trying to push it on forward, but honestly, that could speak to the end as you get the spike down. What a play by Char.
Yeah, really good way to come back there. Both players playing with a lot